Welcome everyone. So let's talk about The Vision, the director's cut special edition. So stay tuned as we review it and live through it briefly. So this is a work by Tom King, who had the merit with this book, Eisner Award winner, of putting a side character from the Avengers into the big plane and making it really interesting and making you want to know more about the character. So I think that if I would stop just by saying that, it would give you enough info to be interested on the book, because it does achieve that. It's a great achievement. Even Tom King was not sure when he was asked to to find something to write, when he came with this story about having the Vision live a normal life, like a normal American citizen with a normal family, with a wife and kids, living in the suburbs. He was a bit surprised that they bought it. So to start, right, talking about the white elephant in the room, this book has construction problems. As you can see from in the leaves, you can see that wavy pattern there. So it's quite noticeable on the first pages and in the last pages. For example, in this one, it's quite noticeable. In this one also. I don't think it's really the quality of the paper, because it feels thick. Maybe it was something, some kind of defect in the paper, I don't know. And one other thing I don't like very much in this book, related to the illustrations, is the colors. I wish the colors had been made by Matt Hollingsworth. It would have been so much better. But yeah, the real juice is in the story and in the characters, the way they are explored. So I think the art, and forgive me, artist, for the penciler and colorers, but they're the second plane here. They're not the main. The main action is in the words and in the narrative. So, like I said, you start up by seeing the Vision family moving into a new neighborhood. So the Vision has created a wife for himself and two twin kids, one girl, Vin, and Viv, and a boy, Vin. And yeah, they're trying to settle in. Of course, everyone looks at them as freaks. So you could say that this is some kind of a metaphor for racism, or things like that. But I find the book more to be around emotions, and what emotions are, what emotions would mean for a synthesoid being like the Vision, which has a very special way of thinking, and of knowing what's right and wrong. And the book plays on a premise of what would the Vision be able to do, and how would he react to intense trauma. And in the beginning of the book, it is put quite clear that the Vision is going to destroy the world if nothing is done. So we know that from quite early in the book. That's not a secret. What we see through the book is the path that leads him to that burst, and I won't tell you if it really happens or not. But as you know, the Vision has some unique powers. He can alter his density as to go through things, or make himself as heavy as hell. So he can punch through you and then make himself dense and blow you up from the inside. So that's quite a feat, and can avoid any kind of energy blasts or blows just by making his density near to zero or zero. So his family has the same powers, and we've got family drama here, especially with the Vision's wife. She goes on a path a bit unwillingly, and she commits some errors, some grave errors that she does not share with the Vision. Her kids are striving to be normal, going to school and etc. Yeah, but their parents aren't fitting in as well. So parents get called to school because things happen, because the kids aren't that well adapted either. But the amount of bad things just keeps piling up throughout the book, and you see Vision getting cornered against the wall, and we start seeing, okay, the rage is coming, it's gonna get him. There's treason involved with family members also. That will be part of the trigger for Vision's ultimate burst. And so here we see all the Avengers assembled to try to stop the catastrophe, sorry about the pronunciation was incorrect. And I'm not going to show you anymore either, otherwise I'll be spoiling the story. So as you can see, half of the book is extras, and they come in sketches, complete script by Tom King, all the letter pages that he included in the various volumes. He did something like Stan Lee did in his old times. He just opened a space to receive letters from the readers who would talk about the book, if they liked it, if they didn't like it, asked questions to Tom King, and what you see here is the questions and Tom King's answers. It's a quite interesting read. It's got some funny info about the book too, some fun facts. And then there's the script with the sketches, early sketches, middle sketches, coloring, and etc. So it's a must-have for die-hard fans of this book. And so what I have to say is that, of course, it's a pity that the book isn't better constructed. Of course, you feel sad that that it suffers from that, right? But to be honest, when reading it, I didn't notice it that much. But it can be a problem for some people. I understand that. That's why I'm mentioning it. As for the story, I really dig that. It's complex. It's very emotional. We've got things happening in parallel streams, and they will all converge in the end. Especially the course of action that his wife takes, and the consequences that will later on affect the Vision. We've got philosophical dialogues about the meaning of things, questioned by the mind of a non-human being. So that leads to some interesting dialogues about mundane things seen in a very different way. So kudos for Tom King for having the capability to do so, to to look at things differently and try to look at them as if he was the Vision himself, or itself, since he's not a human. So this really made me love the character, for which I have no feelings at all, must confess. The Vision for me meant nothing before reading this book, so that's a lot to say. So that's it. I don't want to tell you any more of the story. I think you get the picture. What I want you is to read the book and appreciate it in its full. So if you want to buy it, of course you can do it with us at Deviant.fun.biz, where you can find this and many other books, or there are many others. And if you query us, we can find virtually and give you and sell you virtually any book that is on the market. We can even find rarities and stuff like that at affordable prices. We love hunting rarities and out of prints. Yeah, pay us a visit also at this channel, YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like the video, like it please, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're always putting out new stuff. So that's it. Until our next video, stay safe, stay well, and read good books, because that's what matters most. Good books, good comic books. So bye bye. See you.